Yeah, South London boy, same where I'm from as well. But listen, a kid coming from them type of backgrounds, it's beautiful to see that. But what I would say is that I'd love every Sunday League managers of any young players, academies, etc., to play that type of clip to these kids, because disappointment, having big hurdles and bumps in your early career are part and parcel. It's how you respond, it's how you react. He was never disheartened. Yes, he was down, but he always believed in himself. He always had that confidence to keep going, that perseverance, and look where we are today. He's playing at Stamford Bridge after a transfer from QPR to Palace. This kid, I mean, ability-wise, he's got fantastic ability, and he can open a game up at an instant. He's done it regularly for QPR. You just want to see him transfer that now to the Premier League.
What's your theory on how inner-city footballers just seem to be a bit different? London's a real hotbed.
They're hungry.
Why is that, though?
Street football, Jake. Street football. I mean, watching that is just a carbon copy of my childhood. It was like, come home from school, drop your bags, get in the playground. If there was 3 of you to play, there might be 30 of you in them small spaces. And you learn how to really, you could have 7-year-olds, you can have 13-year-olds, you use your body, you learn how to touch, you know, how to manipulate the ball mastery. And there's a reason most of the top players come from that background. Rio's right, the hunger to be better, the hunger to develop, but you're in an environment where football is the god, and everyone in that estate plays football, and I absolutely loved it.
And the hunger is born from wanting to get out of them areas. Listen, when we were living in them areas, people say, oh, what's your childhood like? I only smiled in my childhood. I loved it. It was great moments, great memories. It's not until you come out and you look back and you think, actually, it was much more difficult than my mum or my dad allowed me to understand and know. That's what he's alluding to in that interview, which is fantastic. But the kid, from what I've spoke to some QPR coaches over the last couple of days, knowing we're doing this game, and they said, listen, England is not beyond this kid. Yeah. He's got all the tools to be able to get in an English
Under 21 call-up this week.
Exactly, it's how he applies himself from here on in.
I'm surprised we haven't got onto the conversation of where there's more talent, north or south of the Thames.
South London don't mess about, seriously. We're made from different stuff.
He knows. That's why he's talking.
Made from different stuff, South London, serious.
It's a really nice story, though, and it's one that you clearly watch him and think, there are things that have happened, as Rio says, that make him the player he is today. When he talks about the release from Millwall, 18 years of age, and suddenly facing up to maybe going to university or going to college or something, that can be a really good thing when you finally get an opportunity like this.
He will appreciate it so much. You know, to look into that void where football might not be for you, that fear of thinking, I might have to, you know, because from 7 to 18, he's thinking, I'm going to be a footballer. And then he gets that big knockback from Millwall. Then all of a sudden, now he's here a year, 18 months, 2 years later, and he's going to look in, suck it all in, appreciate it, because, you know, just watching him, you just want the kid to do well, because he's like such a great lad, and he's so talented. I watch him loads of times in the Championship, and I think Rio's right. England's not beyond this kid, but let's let him develop now.
You've seen how many kids have you played with? We've all played with kids who have been brilliant as young kids or good kids at clubs, get released, get told, listen, you're going to have to take a breather, sit on the bench for a while, and they fold up and they fall by the wayside. It's about having that character, about having that belief in yourself, and not letting that one person or situation really knock you off your target of getting to become a professional footballer, because there are going to be bad moments. Understand that and appreciate that there are them moments, but it's how you come back and get yourself back on that bike.
Do you know what as well, Ree? What I think as well, the academy system is top class, but I think there's a lot of protection. Let them have the bad moments. Don't mollycoddle them. Let them, because the diamonds get made by years and years of pressure. And that kid, he would have seen the pressure thinking, maybe that's not for me, and it's made him dig his heels in and become the player he is today.
Listen, if you don't create young people with resilience, you don't create young people that can play football at this kind of level. What's the phrase? Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the journey to being successful.
Like it, Jake, like
Thanks
it.
very much.
That's your input for the day. Well done.
Thank you.